What up? How's it going? So we on Breaking Bad, episode 3. We got to deal with Walt and Pinkman's relationship because now the wife is intermingling and Pinkman does not listen. He doesn't get that, yes, Walt is new to this criminal shit, but there's certain things, anything that has to do with chemistry, listen to me. I don't give a fuck about your art. I don't care about how you feeling. Anything that has to do with chemistry, listen to me. When that man put that stuff in the bathtub, in my mind, I'm thinking, I think that'll eat through that. Okay. But the way they played it was dope because he's like, wait, you put it in the bathtub, and my man just looks, and you just hear drip, drip, drip. Like, okay, that's as bad as it's going to get. Boom, everything falls. And I'm like, ew. So now we're going to see how these two interplay because both of them suck as criminals. But one at least has an idea of how to do the meth. And that's another thing. I thought we were going to stick on the meth storyline for the most part. It was dope how that episode was its own thing, but it's still all a part of that overarching story. So let's go ahead and watch this episode 3, Breaking Bad. Let's go. Oh, you got to use the base to stop the acid.
Hydrogen. What does that give us?
By mole, we're looking at 63%, which only leaves you with the trace elements. Down where the magic happens.
Right?
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't know what they talking
What
about.
about calcium? What? You can't have hemoglobin without iron.
Apparently it don't take much.
88042%. We are 0.1119.
That shit going from level to level. That is horrible.
There's got to be more to a human being than that.
My archers happen to be extremely archy.
Somehow she works in her sister.
What's up?
Just be quick about it. Oh, and please don't say yo. You can't know how much I hate that.
Walter Jr.'s on pot.
What? No. No. What would make you even...
Where's he getting it from?
Marie,
Seriously, is it this Lewis person?
right hand to God, Walter Jr. is not on pot. Certainly not as far as I know.
I don't like either of these women. Their whole mindset has left our country back in the Stone Ages for a few years. Like, just their whole mindset. People like them. That's the biggest moral of the story. You cannot work with no fiend.
This here, I wouldn't do this to my worst enemy. This is degrading. So either kill me or let me go. You don't have it in you, Walter.
How do you know my name? Unlock you and adios, huh?
I don't see what real choice you have. If it's between that and cold-blooded murder.
What the hell, man? What are you doing, man? You asshole! What?
You told him my name.
What's that to him?
My name? Where I work? You told him about my son?
No, that's worth 40 grand, you stupid
It's
shit!
worth nothing when you smoke it all. Get off the toilet. Get off the toilet.
Yo, Walt is tight. Get off the I was like, yo, Walt is a tough guy now. And then he just did that shit. This is hilarious, man. Not hilarious anymore. He might die.
All right, how am I supposed to live here now, huh? My whole house smells like toe cheese and dry cleaning.
Because you didn't follow my instructions.
The coin
Your
flip
job
is sacred.
waiting for you in that basement, as per the coin. Fucking do it already.
They're both right. Pinkman, you's a dumb fuck giving all that information for no fucking reason. But you need to do your job, Walt. You the one who brought up the coin flip, yo.
Hey, where have you been? I called you 2 hours ago.
Sorry, baby, I'm kind of busy here. What's up?
He has a job. I'm sorry. She asked that man like he not in the DEA. Like,
Walter Jr.
Yeah, what about him?
Marijuana. She strongly inferred it. Like, doctor, my friend suffers from erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, all right. Well, listen,
I mean, I'll swing by their place after work.
Good. Scare him straight.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, you need to be wearing footies before you try this on?
I'm extremely clean.
Yeah, well, I'd really appreciate it.
She is somehow worse than her sister. Look at her nasty ass. Put something on your funky ass feet. She about to steal them shoes. But weed, that's where they draw the line, right?
This look like a nice place?
Yeah.
No,
It looked like a fun place.
You'd like to live here? Figure we'll come over here and check out how the other half lives.
Walt Jr. looking
This
like,
here
what
is
is
what we
this
call
bullshit?
the Crystal Palace. The world's a messed up place, you know.
Yo, I fuck with Walt Jr. He looking at him like, what's this motherfucker talking about, yo?
So tell me, Wendy, you smoke pot?
Why, you got some?
Oh, right, perfect. So what do you think? Cool.
Exactly. Like, what? What? He thought my man was gonna be like, oh, this is worse. I feel bad for her. What? He's a kid. Hilarious. See what I mean about these characters are so well thought out? That's exactly what Walt would do. Like, I've only known him for 2 episodes and this little bit, and it's like,
You're at the car wash.
Yeah.
I seriously doubt that, since you quit 2 weeks ago.
he forgot that he quit. Like, we on this road with Walt. I forgot that he quit. How'd I forget that? His eyebrows. I'm dying because she thinks he's strung out on weed. Like he's in some weed house just smoking like, oh, I gotta hit this blunt.
Damn. I didn't think you were coming back.
I've got lung cancer.
You from around town here or someplace else?
Hey, Walter, you getting to know me is not gonna make it easier for you to kill me.
I sure as hell am looking for any reason not to. I mean, any good reason at all.
You don't stamp Pico furniture over them and all.
Wait a minute, I know that place. I think when my son was born that we bought his bassinet there.
Mm-mm. We don't sell bassinets there. It's more of a specialty item. Just, you got cancer.
No one but you.
This line of work doesn't suit you. Get out before it's too late.
This is crazy. A real ass heart to heart. He just realized there's a piece of the plate missing, ain't there? You see what I mean about him being analytical? Yep, a big old sharp piece. Is he going to unlock it, let him make the choice, and then deal with him?
Your mom. So you're not angry?
How you mean? Angry? Live and not live.
Bullshit. Bullshit. And he knows all this about you.
Yeah. Unlock me, Walter.
The moment I do, are you gonna stick me with that broken piece of plate?
Oh! 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 Yo! The ruthlessness of this is... The way they just did that. I wasn't expecting that. Like I said, I thought the knife would come into play. Yo. Because it wasn't just that he had to kill him. He had to do it in the most brutal fashion possible. Like, you know what I mean? He had to lose his humanity there for a little bit of a second. Like, I believe that him killing, that was another awakening moment for him. It's like happening in levels.
Down here.
I understand that Mr. White is feeling a little under the weather this morning. So you folks are going to have to be making do with me.
So what do you think?
It's a cook site. Gotta be. Nobody came way the hell out of here just to buy.
No shit.
Could have started by accident. Ay, go me. It's a culture in decline.
It's a rich and vibrant culture.
It's a car that jumps up and down.
Well, if you shut your corny ass up.
So it looks like meth, but it's too damn white.
You know what I'm thinking, Gummy?
Yeah. Somebody croaked our snitch.
And that's the one who let them know that there was drugs in the house.
There's nothing but chemistry here. There's something I have to tell you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's telling her he has cancer. First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. So, what I wonder is, did the show creator, showrunner, producers, directors know what they had while they were filming this? Because they've built characters that are top-notch, A1, well thought out characters. And I put this on par with a show like Game of Thrones that had a ton of great characters and it was a giant universe that was built. But this one has very few characters, but these characters are so expressive and they are who they are. There's very noticeable things that happen in this show where I'm like, oh, that person would do that. That is who that person is. Things would happen and I wouldn't be surprised. That's another thing. What a lot of our shows today tend to do is they leave little cliffhangers or, it has to be some sort of surprise. Not this one. Some of these things you can see coming from a mile away. And then when something changes, that's when it really hits you. So for instance, Walt, my man is writing a list of why I should kill him or why I shouldn't. And the list of why he shouldn't, long list. Why he should? Because he'll kill my whole family. That's something that he would do. When he's talking to the guy down there and finds out that this man is, Pinkman has told this man all that information about him, he's like, yo, what the fuck? So he goes up there and he handles it exactly like you would think a Walt would do. He goes up there, he's full of fire and flame, and then they're playing footsies so he can throw it down the toilet, right? And he's so silly and like simple in ways that he didn't like open the bag and dump it in there. He just tossed it in there, which is funny because everything that character is familiar. Even though I've never met someone who would do that, but it's like, as you see it, you're like, oh, yes. And it's well thought out. As I said, he's very analytical. So when he looks, he has that long conversation. Okay? He has that long, great conversation. That was great dialogue about the Tapico, I think it was, furniture store and all that. And you're like, yo, they really bonded. And then he goes up there and this is where they hit the nail on the head because you don't see it coming, but when it happens, you're like, oh, yes, yep. He goes and he throws something in the trash and he's like, wait. He thought about it. He's like, the plate. So he pieces the plate together and a long, sharp piece is gone. And he's like, no, why? You know what I mean? So when he goes down there, I'm like, how's he going to handle this? Because like I said, they made sure to show that knife. It was like prominent when he was cutting the sandwiches. It was like a thing. So I'm thinking, is that going to come into play here? Nah. He had to turn it up another notch. Right? There's these various moments of him becoming more and more awoken or towards the dark side. And the brutality of the way that he killed that dude was top notch. Because when he pulls it and the guy he has to spin him around, but he's making sure to hold on. And then he takes his foot and like crushing his whole neck, esophagus, arteries, everything. And I'm like, yo, see, there's one thing if, let's say he did something and in response, he just hurry up, stab him or hurry up, shot him. But the fact he had to kill him basically with his hands in such a brutal way, there's no going back from that. And for it to be the guy he killed, for it to be the only person that he had told that he had cancer was something else that was a mindfuck. So that's why I'm pretty sure going into this next episode, he will tell the wife, I have cancer, right? Man, This show is great. It makes me hate some of these people so much. His family, I don't like none of them. I only like his son. Walt Jr. is the only one I fuck with. That sister is the worst. She stole out the store. And the showrunners knew what they were doing by adding that in there, having her just do that with the shoes, because if we wasn't hating her enough at that point, when she did that, it was like, oh, powering up like a fucking anime. Yeah, man. This is where I'm like, okay, y'all got me on this show, because the wife, she's doing what she's doing, and I got a certain type of dislike for her. For the whole marijuana thing, and okay. But then the sister is just she's a C word. I don't want to get canceled. I don't want to get demonetized. And the thing about her is that she thinks she knows better, but she doesn't. It's been clear. Like, she's like, I'll read your stories for you. Like, I don't need you to read my stories for me. And then this, where she's like, is it Walt Jr.? She told you it's not Walt Jr. And she did what she did. But Walt Jr. took it in stride. Walt Jr. was like, after all that happened with the brother-in-law, my man was like, I found that to be cool. and I was like, yeah, like, what? The kids grew up on GTA and shit. Like, that shit is cool to him, especially since he's not doing anything. And he gave him that whole speech that's just bizarre. This is one of those things that it's closer to 2010 than it is to this time period. So to hear somebody still giving that same speech about weed, it's like, ugh, shut up, dummy. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this next episode. Once he tells her, the name of it is Cancer Man. So I'm assuming, yeah, he does tell her that he has cancer. So I want to see what comes of that. I wonder, will she change up, or will she become more overbearing, you know? Next episode.